All right, all right, people. So, just want to discuss a little stuff about weathering storms and the trials and tribulations that we go through in life and the outcomes that come about from the struggles that we conquer in life. Personally, I know that I'm a personal trainer because I always, deep inside, felt the need to want to connect with people and get to know people and understand people and really put a general interest into the people to try to make them better. Um, it's definitely coming from a passionate point of view in my life as far as my own struggles and my own turmoils that I've been through. And I can honestly say I've been through a lot of struggle from a teenager to now. And when you hear the statement that everybody has a story to offer and your story could unlock somebody else's future and their solutions for help them conquer, there's a lot of truth behind that. But when you are so-called weathering your storms or going through your trials and tribulations, I mean, if you're not able to discern the message that you're supposed to receive through these tough times, then you probably would stay in that storm for the rest of your life. I mean, I personally know that there's always a way out. And I used to have a mindset that the why me mindset or I deserve better. It's not about deserving, it's about what you're making out of your situation and how much mental strength you're going to have to conquer your situations and see the direction that you need to head in to be the best you can be instead of being stagnated or stuck in a bad feeling or a bad mood or a bad position in life. Um, about 90% of my passion and motivation to help the people is based on my own history of struggle and strife. Um, I've really learned how to master trying to recycle my own pain and my own hurt. And I don't like to say regrets, but choices and decisions that I made over the course of my life. A lot of stuff I'm not proud of, a lot of stuff I'm not happy about, but I also could look back and reflect that a lot of choices and decisions I made contributed to the transformation of who I am right now. So, bluntly speaking, I wouldn't change a thing. Yeah, in the moment when you're going through certain situations that you chose to do or directions that you chose to take, you may feel like you done messed up. Life is brutal right now. There is no out. I mean, the pressure of society and the people around you are trying to make you cave in, and the decisions you make are really pounding on you, and you see no alternatives out. But in reality, it has to do with how strong you could clear away the fog, clear away the smoke, and see your way out that situation. You know, it's not about escaping the situation, but it's about what you're supposed to gain from these situations in life that you're going to patch in yourself to become better. And we're not talking about taking a bitterness or angered position or a revengeful position and hurts that happen to you or hurts that you do to other people. You know, if you want to base your motivation off of life off of other people, what they did to you, I'm not really trying to support that. I mean, we're here to learn from one another, teach one another, and grow from one another. And you could be angry all day at people for different things, and you could be motivated by people. You know, you could build empires on pure negative thoughts based on what people did to you. If that's what you want to do, then do it. But I'm not about that because I know personally I've suffered a lot at the hands of my own decisions, and whether it was meant to be that way, we'll never know. Those powers to be, you know, are judged and identified on a higher level that I'm not trying to really look into understand that. I know that I need to follow suit in a path that is destined in me, and that's the same kind of message that I pass on to other people. I do my best to diplomatically recycle my personal struggles and choices back into the people so that information can be used and incorporated in their life. You don't necessarily have to go detailed for detail of exactly what we all go through in lives. There is a particular way that you could pass your personal most precious knowledge on in your life to the next person so they could be stimulated and apply it to their own life. They don't need to be biased by the exact details of your current information. The reason why I don't judge and the reason why I see people for exactly what they are, for exactly what they say, hear them out and put the time in to listen to them, because I done been through it all. I done did a lot of things, and I am not one to ever judge anybody. I don't care what somebody did, where they've been through, what they're going through, what they did today or tomorrow. I'm gonna hear you out. I'm gonna listen to you, man. Because there's no way you're gonna figure somebody out on one or two occasions. There's no way you're gonna figure somebody out through their Instagram, through their Facebook, through the plateau that they display. It's just impossible. You know, you want to get up close and personal, you better invest in that person in that time and really get to know their whole history. If you don't know where somebody's born, birthright, parents, upbringing, roots, connections, home living, morals, what they did as a kid, what they're doing as an adult, how many jobs they changed, how many marriages they've been through, who's their wife, who's their spouse. If you don't know any of that, don't even think that you're going to try to come to conclusions on what people do every single day. That's exactly why the people I deal with every day, I see them for what they are. I got an open mind and an open heart for everybody that comes in my pathway. Never want to look at somebody in a discriminative way. Never going to be quick to judge or put anybody in any kind of category. Because if anybody needs to be put in a category, it's not me. I don't want to be that person. So that's why I try to express that my passion to change people comes from something deeper within me, from my own struggles and my own trials and tribulations. And people that are around me, they already get a sense that, you know, the passion comes from a lifetime of growing and learning. And I'm still growing and learning, you know. I'm not going to cry and complain about, you know, not being in a particular position in my life right now, or my potential is not being fully used like it should be. I'm not going to cry because, you know what? When you say a statement, it is what it is, people say that all the time, but when we say it is what it is, life is what it is. You deal with the day, you do the best you can, and you move on. You try not to stay stagnated. You take the good with the bad, and you discern what the most positive outcomes to each situation is, without taking hatred in your heart, bitterness in your heart, grudge in your heart, vengefulness in your heart. You want to live with that kind of baggage in your heart over circumstances and situations that happen in your life, you're only going to kill yourself. Because the next person, they're going to grow, they're going to be better, they're going to shine. Their face, their body, it's going to condition to them growing. If you want to stay stagnated, you're going to age yourself longer than ever. So a piece of advice: your circumstances, the storms you go through, they're really not that bad. Don't compare your storms to other people's storms. We're all different. We all have different lifestyles. We all have different thinking patterns. But the in general thing that we can relate to is that we're just trying to be better every single day. We do what we do to be better. You know what I'm saying? We listen to different education, we listen to different influences. But how you incorporate the information you listen to, who you let influence in your mindset, will dictate certain outcomes in your life. So if you don't have a real unbiased, clean, direct source of positive information fueling your head and supporting you to help you come to your own decisions in your own life circumstances, you got to really watch out. I never tell people exactly what to do in their lives, because that's not my place. My place is to listen to people and help them come to their conclusions based on the power they have inside themselves, especially in life situations. If you're telling somebody what to directly do in a life situation, unless it's detrimental, a life death situation, or an abusive situation where they could be seriously hurt, or a medical situation where they could die today at the hands of their neglect, that's different. But when it comes to making life decisions and choices that will direct people on different paths in their lives, it's not my place to tell them where to go. They have to come to that conclusion on their own. You can't enable people to make life decisions based on what you think. People that come in front of me, I help them come to their own reasons and own answers on their own, because we all have that power inside us to make the right decisions that apply to our lives. I can't tell you how to make a life decision based on what was applied to my life, because the pattern of my life is different than your life. The circumstances that I've been in are very different than yours. The thinking from the experience that I've been in is different. I could express and explain certain circumstances that I've been through in my life to give you a higher insight or a lower insight, to come to common ground for you to make better decisions in your life. But I am never going to tell you exactly what to do with your life, because as adults and as grown-ups, we all have the power to make our own decisions with the faculties in our own brain. If you don't, you'll be enabled. And when situations come up, you'll be looking for that same person to tell you what to do. And if that same person's not around all the time, you're going to be left there stunted, and stuck in the current life position. So it's on each and every one of us to help our friends, family come to their own conclusions on their own. What's best in the best interest of them to be the best they can be. That's what I do every day. That's why I see people for what they are. That's why I don't judge. That's why I don't feed into the rhetoric, the criticism, or the bias statements on anybody in this life. Because you know what? I don't care what you did. I see the best in people all day and all night. That's how I want to live. I don't want to have angry thoughts in my head. I don't want to think bad about people. I don't want to be mad at people for how they living, envious, jealous. You just can't live like that. You got to wake up and do what you got to do to get to the most happiest place with the circumstances of life that you're faced. Because life is short. If you take that statement for granted, and the next day you'll be gone. So, piece of advice: live prosperous, listen to the education from all points of view, don't judge, and live a healthy life.